Good morning everyone, this is Mrinalini Sharma from the Department of Mass Communication and Journalism. Today I am going to discuss with you all Henry Jenkins and his idea of convergence culture. Henry Jenkins is a prominent figure in the world of media and communication studies, particularly his work on new media. He is credited to have coined and developed the term convergence culture. He is credited to have coined and developed the concept of convergence culture, an important concept that helps explain how new media has transformed the way people consume, produce, and share media content. In a world increasingly driven by digital technology, Jenkins' idea has become important in understanding the relationship between media, culture, and society. Jenkins noticed that media is no longer something people just watch or read. Instead, people now take part in it, create their own content, and share it with others. In his idea of convergence culture, Jenkins focused on how the boundaries between old and new media are becoming blurred and how audiences are becoming actively involved in the media process. For example, a person might watch a movie in the theater, discuss it in social media, and then play a video game based on the same story. According to Jenkins, convergence culture refers to the coming together of different types of media and the active role of audiences in this process. It's not just about technology, but about how people use technology to interact with media in many new ways. In the past, different forms of media like print, radio, and television were mostly separate from one another. However, due to the rise of digital technology and internet, media platforms have started to merge. Jenkins argues that convergence is driven by consumers who actively engage with and shape the media rather than passively consuming it. Print, radio, television, and internet, all these platforms now connect and support the same stories. Convergence means that content is no longer confined to one media form. It travels across formats and people follow it across different platforms. So now coming to the next slide, we'll now discuss about changing media consumption. Before the rise of new media companies had a lot of control over what content was available and how it was consumed. Consumers had limited interaction with media. They watched television, read newspapers, and listened to radio without much ability to contribute to or change the content. Jenkins argues that this model has changed dramatically due to the emergence of new media. In the digital age, content can be produced and distributed across multiple platforms. For example, a movie can be watched in theaters, streamed on streaming platforms, and discussed on social media. This is part of convergence. Jenkins has also used the idea of transmedia storytelling that allows stories to be told across various platforms and in different formats. For example, a movie may have a video game, a comic strip, and a website, all contributing to the overall story in different ways. This shift has given more power to consumers who can now decide when and how they want to interact with media content rather than being controlled by media companies. Now coming to the next, we will talk about Jenkins and the rise of participatory culture. Jenkins has used the term participatory culture to describe how audiences now take part in creating media. Thanks to the internet and digital tools, people now can make their own content, like fan art, remixes, memes, and videos, and share it widely. Jenkins also introduced the idea of prosumers, which means a person who is both a consumer and a producer of media. In participatory culture, people are no longer just watching, they are shaping what media looks like and how it spreads. Example, a fan of a K-pop group might make dance covers, edit music videos, or even start a fan page with thousands of followers. Now coming to the next slide, I will now talk about collective intelligence and online communities. Jenkins also explained the idea of collective intelligence, where many people come together online to share what they know. This is common in fan communities where people discuss plots, predict endings, or explain hidden meanings. These communities can also take collective action like organizing charity drives, social campaigns, or even political protest. The internet allows people to collaborate and use their shared knowledge for both fun and serious causes. For example, fans of a mystery game might work together online to solve clues, or a group might use social media to raise awareness about a local issue. Coming to the next slide, I will now discuss about the role of media companies in the contemporary digital age. Today, media companies benefit from participatory culture because it keeps people engaged with their content, but they also want to protect their rights and profits. So there's a tension between how companies want to control their content and how audiences want to use and remix it. Media companies often support audience creativity to some extent, but they may also take action when fans use copyrighted material without permission. For example, a fan might make a tribute video using film clips and music. It becomes popular online, but the company might remove it for copyright violation. So coming to the final slide, I'll discuss about why the idea of convergence culture, participatory culture, and collective intelligence are so Now coming to the final slide, I'll now discuss how the idea of convergence culture, participatory culture, and collective intelligence are important. So Henry Jenkins has helped us understand the modern media environment. His ideas, convergence culture, participatory culture, and collective intelligence show that audiences today are not just silent watchers. They are creators, collaborators, and active participants. These changes also raise questions about who controls media, how content is shared, and what freedom people have to create. Jenkins' work reminds us that media is now a two-way street and audiences are more powerful than ever. Thank you.